Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today we'll be getting into Victimology Chapter 4, and like Chapter 3, this is a bit of a quick chapter as well. It starts out by talking about the 5 different kinds of recurring victimization. The first being recurring victimization, which is a victimization of any type followed by another victimization of any type. So this could be like theft and then assault. Then repeat victimization is a victimization followed by another victimization of the exact same type. This could be theft followed by theft. Then re-victimization is when you have a victimization of any type followed by a victimization of any type. Now, this is a little bit different from recurring victimization because this is generally in different developmental time periods, like you were sexually assaulted as an adult, and you were physically abused as a child. Then we have poly-victimization, which is victimization of any type followed by a victimization of a specifically different type. So this means that like theft and theft cannot occur. It would have to be like theft and then aggravated assault. It can't be two of the same. And lastly, we have near repeat victimization, and this is when victimization occurs in one location followed by the same type of victimization at a nearby location. So this could be like someone's house was involved in a burglary. Now that house goes out and puts up a camera. However, the person will come back, not rob that house, but he might go to a house a few doors down that doesn't have the camera. Now we're going to look at how often recurring victimization happens. For violent victimization, 23% experienced multiple victimizations in the past year. For domestic violence, 44% experienced at least one incident. For acquaintance violence victims, this would be somebody you know, 19% experienced at least one incident. We also notice in this chapter that when victimized, a person is likely to get victimized by the same event if they're re-victimized. We then look at what individual levels factors influence the likelihood of victimization, and these could be like gender, marital status, employment status, mental illness, race, lifestyle, or even age. Now with this, we see that younger people are at greater risk of victimization than older people. Single, divorced, or separated people are at greater risk than married couples, and then people at like low socioeconomic status are at greater risk of high socioeconomic status victimization. However, we do see that people of high socioeconomic status, they still do get victimized because of, you know, they own expensive stuff, and so it's, you know, people motivated to want to take that stuff. We also see that single parent households are at greater risk of victimization than those with multiple parents in the house. And then we get into different kind of theological or theoretical explanations rather of recurrent victimization. We look at risk heterogeneity, and we see here that if a person doesn't change kind of the characteristics and the different routines after their first victimization, they're going to be more likely to get victimized again. Then we look at state or event dependence, which kind of looks at how the victim and offender act and react during a situation, and that is said to determine the likelihood of being re-victimized. With this, we finish with victimization salience, which kind of looks at how the state dependence process will be seen most by those with the lowest amount of underlying risks or lower amount of risks involved. And then we finish with negative state dependence, which kind of looks at how victimization serves to make the person more aware in this situation, and so now they're at much less risk of re-victimization because they become more aware of the situation they put themselves in or how they can prevent it in the future. Thank you for watching.